Well, we have to talk about what everyone was talking about over the weekend. That is Kanye West, because he announced on Twitter over the weekend that he is going to be running for president in 2020. Do we think he is serious, and are you okay with this if he is?
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I'm not okay for various reasons, but I don't know about you guys. When this news broke on the 4th, I thought, is this some kind of publicity stunt? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, things aren't bad enough, right? And then I remembered back in 2015 when he was on the MTV Video Awards and he said, hey, y'all, I'm going to run for president in 2020. So I guess that's where we are. The thing is, this is not some willy-nilly thing. You have to put in paperwork. You've got to do things. So right now, I was checking because the election is in a couple of months. He's actually missed some deadlines. So there are certain states that he just isn't eligible to appear on the ballot. Those states are Indiana, Maine, North Carolina, New Mexico, and Texas. He's missed deadlines. He just can't. And then in other states, they want you to have 3% of registered voters on board with you. So you've got to have signatures. Like, he's behind big time if this isn't a stunt, and I'm still not sure it isn't.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm with you on the stunt part because one of his biggest vocal first supporters was a billionaire by the name of Elon Musk. And if there's anything that the world doesn't need more of is maybe a bunch of multi-millionaire, billionaire egomaniacs. Now, that's not my words. I want to put up a tweet from a journalist, and his name is Ahmed Abba, and he actually tweeted this. He's a journalist who's been following Trump for the entire time of campaigning now through to presidency, and he tweeted, Kanye West and Elon Musk are treating the most consequential election of our lifetime as a joke. Consequences their money will shield them from. We're sick of being trolled by oversized egos. Step up in a meaningful way to help us defeat Trump or sit down quietly. I mean, you can't say sit down quietly to egomaniacs. In fact, that makes them angry, I think, and I think it makes them shout even louder. But both of these guys have a lot that they want to promote. Kanye's got a new album coming out. Elon Musk sitting on top of the world. He's got the 20th most valuable company in the world now. These guys, they got big puffy chests right now, and they want to flex. Having said that, if there's any way that this is serious, could it get any worse than President Trump, ladies? I'm just going to throw that out there. Could it actually be worse? Serious question.
Well, that is actually a great question, Mel. I'm embarrassed because, and this is a scary thing to contemplate. Like when I scrolled through on Twitter the day that he announced it, I was just like to Simon, oh, hey, Kanye's running for president. And then just kept going. Like, the weirdest part of this whole thing is that it wasn't weird to me. Like, think about it. His candidacy is no less gonzo than the incumbents, like a failed casino mogul. Like, none of this is weird. That's what's sort of tripping me up right now.
Yeah, I hear you, Jess. I mean, some people were like, oh, you're going to be splitting potentially taking away votes from Joe Biden. I don't think Democrats are taking this seriously at all. In fact, I see a lot of very left-leaning, I feel like people in the Hollywood world, Tiffany Haddish was one, comedian Tiffany Haddish. She made a parody of his tweet saying, we must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future. As such, I, too, am running for president of the United States, basically taking his tweet, putting her own spin on it. And she's since actually even raised it up a level and saying she's going to run with Dave Chappelle. Like, Octavia Spencer made fun of it. Paris Hilton made fun of it. I think the cast of Full House, like a whole bunch of people have come out and been like, this is ridiculous for all the reasons Marcy said. I mean, I will say, though, while I don't think he's a threat to anyone, I could kind of see how potentially the Republicans, some might who are, exacerbated with Trump, that they could see something in Kanye, because he is a little bit like Trump. He's like full of himself like Trump. He likes to speak off the cuff, sometimes in confounding and confusing ways. And in fact, Kanye himself has said that they both possess dragon energy, whatever that means. So maybe he'll give Trump a run for his money. And I do think it could be worse.
Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. You know what? I think so, too. I think we could get a lot worse. I shudder to think. But the other thing is, who is voting for him? If there's some sort of expectation that African Americans are going to, check off Kanye, on the ballot, think again. This is a man who said slavery was a choice, and Black people are not a monolith. So I'm not sure, what happens here, who votes for him if this isn't a stunt. And I reiterate that again.
You know what else tripped me up was in Kanye's tweet, which, people are making fun of. But it is actually something to consider. He wrote, "We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God." Now, to be clear, having faith in a God is a beautiful thing, but I'm not sure right now what America needs is to sort of give the reins over to your God and hope that they can put the fire out. Like, America needs more than prayers. But then again, like, you can't run for president in the States without wearing your faith, your strong faith, and historically your strong Christian faith on your sleeve. Like, there's never been a presidential candidate or a president who has not ended, I feel like, every single speech with "God bless America." So, considering all of that, if Kanye's giving the reins over to God, he could very much win. God bless America. God bless Kanye.
Oh, God.
And maybe God bless money. Because we know that it takes a lot of money to run for president. That's first and foremost. But it also takes some kind of, obviously, leadership skills, business acumen. I think one of the reasons why Trump was propelled into office was because he wrote The Art of the Deal and he convinced America, I know how to run a company, which means I know how to run America, which clearly are two very different things. However, Kanye, he has a secret weapon. Her name is Kris Jenner. And if she's going to be a shadow president behind a Kim and Kanye in office, hypothetically speaking, I might be okay with that too. I can't even believe the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. She is the one who has proven her business acumen far beyond. She's made every single one of her children multi-millionaires, maybe a billionaire, maybe not.
It is
but if she's going to be the shadow president, I'm okay.
Oh,
No.
my God.
No,
I'm just saying.
I hope
I'm just
a lot
saying.
more to lead a country. You need to know more than about business. Anyway.
I agree.
Oh, my gosh, Mal. We'll take this offline after. There's more to discuss on that.